Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this. I much appreciate it. So the I saw the trailer for the new Spider-Man show called Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. It's going to be the new Disney Plus thing, and it looks cool. The art style's a bit funky, but I'll definitely get used to it. But my only issue is, man, can we not have Spider-Man being helped out by a billionaire to get a new suit? You know what I'm saying? It's, first it was Tony, and then it's Norman, and it's like, uh, can we just stick to the original suit, please? It's kind of like the same thing with the Marvel What Ifs keeps putting Agent Carter in every episode. It's like, okay, we get it. Put the Marvel in the bag, little bro. Anyway, the build we were running today is a Slab Shield with the Kickback Slab Shield, Thunder Strike and Confidence Strike, and we have damage to Maniacs and Carapace. Then we have the Kickback with Stamina and Maniacs. Now, the Stamina I just like. Then we have Run and Gun and Full Bore, all health curios. Then we have Furious, Smash 'em, Heavyweight, Best Defense, Big Friendly Rock going down to grab Loyal Protector, Valuable Distraction, Big Lungs. Then we have Crunch, Batter, Bonebreaker's Aura, Get Stuck In, Unstoppable Momentum, Too Stubborn to Die, Delight and Destruction, Dominate, Implacable, Heavy Hitter, Just Getting Started, and Unstoppable. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. So before I started recording, I was replacing my cat's litter, because, you have to do that every now and then. My trash cans aren't at the new house yet, so I just have trash bags. So I was like, oh, I got a trash bag hanging on my door, I'll just put it in there and I'll tie up the trash bag, it's fine. Little did I know, there was a little hole in the bottom of the trash bag. So pretty much my floor got covered in cat litter, and I just sort of stood there for about 30 seconds with a long, heavy sigh as I did the walk of shame to go get a new trash bag and the broom. Truly one of my lowest moments. Oh, here's the mission and modifier, by the way. Alrighty. Great. I watched, I was hanging out with some friends, and we went and got Mexican food. We got carne asada fries. Now, this place I didn't know put beans in their carne asada fries, and those that know what I don't like beans. But it was not, and I didn't know, and I wasn't about to be like, oh, actually, I didn't want beans, and then send it back and have a remake play. I'm not going to be that person. I'll suck it up, I'll eat the damn beans. Put the damn beans in my mouth, little bro. But it was actually tasted quite good, because it was not a over-empowering amount of beans. Because my issue with beans is I don't like them really, but it's not like a ew distaste, I'm gonna puke kind of vibe. It's the fact that every time there's beans in a dish, they just throw millions of beans. And then this time there wasn't that many, so it was actually a nice little additional flavor rather than being the main flavor, which many bean dishes tend to be. Yeah, it was good. But anyway, we went out and hung out and we watched some movies. We watched some Smiling Friends. Introducing my friend to Smiling Friends was fun because Smiling Friends is hilarious. Ow. And then we watched Blade. And I've never seen the first Blade. I've only seen the second Blade. There is a third Blade, but it's one of those movies you just don't talk about. It's like Pacific Rim 2. It doesn't exist. Oh my god, I cannot hit this. There. Ow. Alright. Nice shoot. There. far too many shotgunners for my taste, quite frankly. That didn't kill, I guess it hit it in the leg, but I'm still surprised every time. Tara, you know you're not allowed on the desk. The window's not open. You don't have reason to be up here. Go, get. Sorry, my cat was on my desk. Let me adjust my mic real quick. Sorry if that made a noise, but I'm bringing it a little closer to my face. I'm hoping that my voice is clear. But I watched Blade, and it's very cheesy, very good early action vampire killing film. You know how it is. But I never really, like, it's an incredibly horny movie. You know, like, it's very sexually charged. Which I guess makes sense, because, like, vampire, the concept of a vampire itself is, sorry, I'm moving my mic again, is also just inherently horny, right? Because it's, like, blood and attaching to your heart and, like, you know, sucking the life. You know, come on, you sit there and tell me vampires aren't horny, and I'll show you the face of a liar. Okay, like... Got him. Because, like, even the scene where, Blade talks to his mother, who is a vampire and obviously hasn't aged, even that scene's, like, weirdly intimate. And it's, like, obviously, like, Wesley Snipes is not replicating, but it's, like, I think it's probably, like, also symbolism of how far his, like, mother has fallen, right? To be, like, this weird around... Well, I guess she probably doesn't even register it as her son, since the only time she mentions that is to, like, try to save her own life. But yeah. And that reminds me of, obviously, the Nosferatu movie came out. I haven't seen it. I probably won't see it. I'm not big on horror. But I did see a tweet that was just like the fakest thing I've ever seen. Someone had tweeted about it, and they were like, you know, I'm a certified monster fucker, but I wish they made Nosferatu a little sexier. And I'm like, buddy, no, you're not. You're a liar. And even if Nosferatu was sexy, that's too humanoid, you know? Like, when I say my claim to fame as a monster fucker is I want to pipe down Viper Amelia. That's what I want to pipe down. You know? Does that also make me a little bit of a furry? Well, I don't know. Does being a monster fucker have, like, I think that's, you know, those paths converge quite often, I'd say. Don't you have, you know, no arm, no leg? Whee! I have a half lemonade, half tea I'm sipping on. So good. Whoever decided that gunners can move now, fuck that guy. They move now? God, what a terrible film. Rise of Skywalker is terrible. Force Awakens, they can never make me hate you. Like, Force Awakens, I think, is a genuinely good film. It just... And honestly, like, Last Jedi has a lot of faults, but the more I, like, distance myself from it, the more I think back on it. And having watched it semi-recently, it's not that bad. It has a lot of faults, obviously. But it had a really good, like, within its, like, obviously in the grand scheme of Star Wars, it's not great. But I think if you watch it as sort of almost an individual film, in a way, it has a lot of, like, strong character moments. Like, the Luke Skywalker, I think, is the whole thing of him, like, getting scared of Ben and then, like, trying to kill him. I don't like that storyline at all. I don't think it fits with his character at all. His literally whole arc in the first trilogy was that he always sees the good in people, even in someone as evil and corrupt as Darth Vader. I was really, I mean, it sucks to be that guy, I guess. But like in itself, it was good. Like Luke, like sacrificing himself for the rebellion. You know, like not only did he save the rebels, he defeated, well, a wannabe Sith, but we'll say a Sith for the sake of the conversation, without an ounce of violence. That's a truth Jedi right there. That's why he's the GOAT. Like, there's a lot of flaws with Luke in Last Jedi. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really bad characterization of him. However, it was good. The way if I could get in the travel back in time, bust into the writer's room and be like, hey gang, we're not doing this. Well, one, I think they had a really, like, there's a really cool, like, thing they were kind of cooking at, alluding to Rey using Darth Maul's sabers. I think they should have done that. So I think, here's how I'd rewrite the entire new trilogy. Like, the basics. One, Finn's the Jedi. I feel like that's, like, a fairly obvious thing. I think everyone would like that. I think Finn deserves to be the Jedi way more than Rey Skywalker. Like, the whole thing with Rey, it just feels like, oh, she's also from Tatooine. It's like, okay, well, I guess she's also from a desert planet, and that's why she's the Jedi. I don't know. Finn should have been the Jedi. Absolutely. A former soldier who saw the wrong ways of the rebellion is now seeking penance by assisting the rebellion, and, you know, after seeing the wrong he's done, I think that fits. That's such a good character moment. And then Rey, I don't think Rey can necessarily not be a Jedi. I think Rey could also be, I think you could go the route of Rey being Force sensitive, but maybe not necessarily a Jedi. And I think you could even, like, keep the really bad Palpatine pipeline thing of her being like the son of a daughter of a Palpatine clone. I think you could even keep that. I don't think that's, like, necessarily something we can throw to the books. Because I think the concept can be done. It was just really poorly executed because, you know, they didn't even know how Palpatine came back. So, like, maybe, you know, like, Finn becomes the Jedi, we introduce Rey. I think Rey as a character is fine. I think the way they treated her was really bad because they made her into a Mary Sue. And I hate that. There's nothing in this world I hate more than the term Mary Sue, because the people that use the term always use it because women bad and never, you know, actual in-depth analysis of character. Because they'll never call Batman a Mary Sue, right? One sec, I'm locked in. And then, okay, so, and then Force Awakens, Finn becomes the Jedi. And then, you know, they do the whole thing where... Because I think it'd be a really good, you know, vibe of, like, a former soldier of the First Order, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called. The Empire. That's essentially what they are. And then, like, it's like him defeating Kylo Ren is essentially, like, you know, or at least stopping Kylo Ren is, like, you know, proof of that, you know, if they all stand up to us, we can't, or we stand up, we can't be defeated, blah, blah, blah. Good will always triumph over evil. You know, Star Wars stuff, right? Then we get The Last Jedi. I think the way I'd write And I think Snoke, like, is an interesting concept. So the way I'd write how Ben, or you know, Kylo Ren, fell out of the teachings of Luke, I would not put the blame on Luke of like, Luke, I would put it to, like, because Kylo Ren's, like, no offense, he's a bit of an idiot, right? That's part of his character, is that he's ignorant to, he doesn't even know who he's idolizing. Like, it's just him, he can fall to the dark side. I feel like he just, you know, out of ignorance, out of, you know, of a mistake on his own part, he just ends up falling to the dark side, and, you know, perhaps, like, he's being misled by Snoke, who sees, like, you know, a potential in this, a weapon in this child, and he's being misled by Snoke, who we turn into an actual character, and not just, you know, Palpatine's puppet. I don't know. Ouch. Sorry, one second. There's a lot of enemies. And then so Kylo gets dragged to the dark side, and Luke, perhaps on a way of, like, searching for a way, maybe goes on a pilgrimage, kind of similar, not similar to Yoda, to where he tries to essentially, like, find it by, like, delving, like, seeing that he himself failed, and not in the sense that I failed so I give up, I failed so I'm gonna try to find a way. And maybe he essentially becomes that term of, like, oh, you're sure you have good intentions, but you're just doing nothing. Is, like, would be, like, the result of his character arc, which was kind of like what it was in the Last Jedi, when Yoda's Force Ghost is like, oh, have you read all these? Fucking, I haven't. So, you know, maybe he's like, he's got these ancient Jedi texts, and he's like, trying to, you know, find out why. And then Yoda shows up like, hey man, I get it, you got good intentions, but you're doing jack diddly and squat here. And then it could be the whole thing where Yoda zaps the books, like, fuck these books, bro. You're the pure of heart, chosen one, motherfucker. You know what to do. Ah! Rude. And then I could have, like, I think like, once again, we want Finn being the Jedi. I think Finn doing as, talking to Luke and stuff is, like, trying and getting, like, taught about how to use the Force and all that. And I think we can make Rey Force sensitive if maybe she doesn't realize it, or doesn't, or maybe doesn't, like, want to acknowledge it, because, I don't know, it's fucking spooky as shit. It is. Being Force sensitive would be spooky as shit, right? And then she eventually, like, maybe gets, like, starts getting pulled toward the dark side by Snoke, to, like, try to, like, oh, this is another weapon I can use against the new Jedi and Luke Skywalker. And then maybe that's where, like, she starts, potentially getting, like, a hold of Darth Maul's lightsabers in some way. Or, just something like that where Rey gets tempted to the dark side, and then, like, Kylo Ren ends up helping her, like, eventually, right? Because, obviously, like, I don't think, like, Kylo Ren and Rey ending up together is necessarily a bad thing. I do think that it felt really awkward how they did it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm a 5-star story writer, but I'm just saying that how, I'm putting out ideas of how I change it. I killed a bomber after I missed the flamer. We'll take it. And then honestly, Force Awakens was such a clusterfuck. I don't even know how I'd rewrite it. And I think the final scene, I will say, of Last Jedi, I think we keep it, because that is, like, actually, like, a phenomenal scene where Luke sacrifices himself to save the Resistance.
You're not dead! So get moving! I'll return to
Ammo for me. So I think we keep Snoke as the big... I think what we could do is we keep Snoke as the big bad, right? And Snoke tries to get Rey to the dark side by showing her, like, visions, like, oh, you're Palpatine's daughter. And, you know, maybe, and then, like... Oh my god, okay, hold on, I gotta lock in. You know, if you got a stim, might as well use it now. Alright, there. And then... You know, then you can go through the whole, like, she gets, like, you know, like, she reveals that she's force sensitive to everyone by, like, accidentally shooting off force lightning. You know, because then it's like, okay, if she's getting pulled to the dark side, you know, it's like it's influencing her. That explains the force lightning instead of having it be genetic for some reason. And another thing I like, a small personal gripe about Rey being the Jedi is that she has a really cool staff weapon that she just never uses again. So, like, giving her, like, let her keep the staff weapon or giving her Darth Maul's sabers or something akin to it, I think would be cool. Maybe not Darth Maul's, but a double-bladed lightsaber after she realized that she can be a Jedi too, you know? I was thinking if I want combat or con stim, I think we want combat there every time. I mean, you gotta get over here, man. Okay, I'm just gonna... I was about to say there's a Rager behind me. I'm a little lost. What's going on? Also, like, ditch the Knights of Ren. I don't... Like, having them in this story just for them to get, like, absolutely, like, slaughtered is silly. It's silly, and it's dumb. And, like... Can we not get pinned down by something for 5 minutes? Okay. I'm moving on. If they go down, they go down. Well, that sucks. There we are. Like, the whole Knights of Ren fight was just dumb. And force teleportation is also dumb. Like, what that could have been is, like, that scene should have just been Rey and Kylo fighting together after some, like, journey of self-discovery or something. And then the final fight would be with, you know, Snoke. Hit them in the leg, goddammit. You're tied to die. Oh no. It's not Christmas anymore. Ooh, Diamantine. Don't mind if I do. Ah! Alright, we're good. Well. Now, how I would do final arcs for the characters. One, Finn obviously becomes a Jedi. And, you know, is maybe opens up a temple or something. I don't know. Rey. Now, Rey and Kylo, honestly, Kylo dying is an option still. However, I think if Rey and Kylo went on a pilgrimage of their own together, as a journey of self-discovery of who they really are, and also a journey of self-forgiveness for Kylo for having killed his father and indirectly his mother. I think that would be cool.
I'll die happy. No point is to smash. Heretics will do.
Eldar reference. Yippee! I'm just a man who's fighting for his life. The final saga for the epic musical came out. It's quite good. I think it's good. It's a very more somber one. Obviously, it's very much more conclusioning. So I think it's not the best one. It's better than the last one, but I still like it a lot. I wish they had like one more song. I feel like one more song could have fit real nicely. Oh, I didn't get my punch off. Can you stop knocking me back, please? I mean, he's bleeding and standing, if that counts for anything, Bog. Bleeding will have it. He's actually, I think he's gonna bleed out. Yeah, he is. Nice. Nice shoot. lag it a little bit there. Yippee! Spin move. That rock's gonna kill some poor Hiver. Nice. Wow. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's see what we get from the Emperor for that. I'm just a man. Nice. Alrighty, well, if you made this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth. Have a good one. Bye-bye.